I have sources to cite and mention about the world. I have all the info and all the answers with the laws and the regulations. I know laws in Europe. I know laws in Great Britain, in the UK, in the United Kingdom, in Japan, and Africa. And everywhere you go, you really have to be aware of what the laws are, what is forbidden, what's allowed, what's not allowed. Because the rules and laws are getting stricter and stricter every day due to its economics and the crime rate is being so high. And I'm always up to speed with what's happening every day. I can't live without watching the news. And real news is like important. That there's pros and cons, it's good news and bad news. Like what goes on every day, and it keeps continuing and continuing. And I would make the right guess of voting. I would vote for more legislation with schools, education, universities, businesses. I would make good reasons on that. I would do it for like a good reason, but I have to study facts on that too. Plus, I would do a virtual survey on it, on that for sure. And like it's always been some tragedies that's been going on like every day and every day. What keeps continuing? Like we're a stable country, being in the United States, and the United States is a blessing to be in. And we're just like United Kingdom, we're just like Great Britain, we're just like Australia and them with their economy and with the GDP level. And most countries are not as stable as we are. Like countries like Syria, Iraq, Iran, Turkey, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. Most of them other countries are like poor. In countries like North Korea has the dictatorship laws. Like small things that people do common every day is forbidden. And like what I know about North Korea is you can't even receive or call international numbers. And they're strict with their Wi-Fi. They're strict with their internet services. But North Koreans have knowledge. They know English, and they know what Americans do and what other countries do as well. Like people all over the world have freedom. People that's born in every country have freedom. But you have to find a way. They have to find a way to get into this country. They have to find a ways to get into freedom countries, countries like the UK, countries like Germany, countries like Ireland, and them other in the European Unions. Because every day we have to take risks. Because one little mistake may go wrong. Most likely you could be lucky. Like people, beware. Like if you have a felony or something, you could always take care of this by an attorney or the U.S. Justice or the Justice Department. Like we supposed to have insurance every day because of liability. Because accidents happen every day. We gotta have insurance. We gotta have insurance for like driving. We gotta have insurance for if you get in trouble. You gotta have insurance if you get arrested. And we should have insurance in all times. insurance at workplace, which workplace regulations are required. Like, I'm lucky the way I am. I was born to be educating myself. I was born to get wealthy in the future. Like, I wasn't born to be poor. Like, we have to think about what poor people want in life. We got to think about how they feel. Because some people don't even have food. Some people don't have money. Some people can't afford to go to school. We got to be humble to people. Like, by the time I be rich and wealthy, I'm gonna be a humble man. Give poor people a little money because they need something. They need something. They need to buy food. Like, people need groceries these days. Like, especially for people who are not eligible for food stamps. And food stamps is for, like, lower income people. And, you know, paper has to be filled out for that. But you can't let the news fool you. And most regulations, most people won't be satisfied with it. And regulations change frequently. They could change weekly, they could change yearly, they could change every 4 years. But it changed based upon elections and amendment rights. And we got and I like having papers and documents with me because I like to be updated around the world because I want to live in other countries. I want to live out the country. I can't live in the U.S. forever. I want financial freedom globally around the world. Live in another country. Have my own luxury goods. That I am blessed to be where I am. I'm blessed. Man, I like to pray for the people to escape from high risk countries. Some people to escape to have their freedom. People from Afghanistan, people from Iraq, people from Iran, people from Lebanon, people from Algeria, people from Egypt, Syria, Yemen. Like Muslim countries that's poor, people that are poor. Man, we want to try to save the people as possible. Give them the gift. Give them a gift to get them reunited. To unite it. I like the peace. What goes around the world. I like to be peaceful wherever I go. Because, you know, peace is a God thing. I like positive things. I like good people. I like people who are so care to others, so kind. People that I would be. I don't want to do nothing that will offend people. We want to protect ourselves from being in war zones. Victim of terrorists that's been happening. Victim of terror. And victims of drug wars. Man, we want to do. Man, people are protesting every day about what's happening. People protesting against gun violence, and I would vote to regulate the guns. Vote to do background checks if you have a felony to be denied of a gun. And I would sign papers to do anything in life that will be adventurous of a plan. And I want to keep on praying and praying everywhere I go and pray for other people as well. Think about how people are living. Think about the dictatorship people are living under. And think about the diseases people are having all the flus that's going on around the world. And I got more thoughts to think about in mind of the population of people and the humanitarians.